manroland Sheetfed is under the ownership of Langley Holding, and we are under the ownership of El Posel and American Industrial Partners. We have clear focus on webfed business. So we are webfed. We are cold set webfed, we are heat set webfed. We apply webfed for books, for packaging, for anything which is a flexible substrate. This is us. And manroland Sheetfed is doing sheetfed. So these are completely two different markets as well. It's fun to be here to see how this big equipment grows and how much of delicate automation is in that equipment. You would not believe if you wouldn't know. And I learned a lot over the last years. But the reason to join this company was like, I had a lot of experience coming from aerospace technology-wise. And then for more than 10 years, I was a consultant improving international supply chains and helping to develop turnaround improvement plans. And exactly with all that knowledge and experience, I said, I think I can make something to that company, which brings that company in a stable and good, prosperous future. And once this vision got hold of myself, I was hooked, and I wouldn't walk away. So I'm completely thrilled by the vision to improve and bring this company into a good future. So manroland Goss made a great progress over the last years. You know, we came from a company like more than 1 decade ago, which had a clear OEM focus, new machine business focus. Still, we have that. We love our big machines and our presses, but at the same time, and this is equally important, we have like more than 1,000 customers across the globe. And these customers need our aftermarket services for their presses. And these presses are more than 20 years old. So we need to touch that, and we are really happy to do that. So we have 4 business segments. The OE business, this is when you require capacity. You could buy a new press, or you could buy a CPO, a customer pre-owned press. We will move a press, we will upgrade it, refurbish it. It will be in a very good shape. It will not completely be a new press, but it will come as close as a press could get. So this is the OE business. And you see there is a high end and there is a reasonably priced end. And this goes through all our business units. Then in the aftermarket, we have parts. You can buy new parts from us, but you can also have refurbished parts. This is a starting business branch, which we are growing, but it's very interesting for customers. We are having 16,000 different part numbers being ordered every year, different. And if you look at the same number over 3 years, only 6,000 parts are reordered. That basically means if a customer orders 3 parts, 2 of them we didn't see for a long time. Then there comes the area of service. Service is, let's say, parts with a technician, but it's more for us. Start with the basic thing, folder revisions, bring your press up to speed. Well, it's like with your car doing an oil exchange. But we are also having digital business models. Like our tele support center, you call in, and in 95% of the cases, we can solve the call within 1 hour and make the press run again, which is the most important thing for our customers. And we have predictive maintenance platform. We are providing visual parts detection tools. So we are very active in the digital business areas regarding service, and not because digital is a hype today. We are doing that for 2 reasons. I want to increase our process efficiency, and on the other hand, I want to increase my customer intimacy. We need to know very well what helps our customers to be successful in the market. And the other one is engineered solutions, retrofits, upgrades. After some decades of press life, you know, a drive, a control might be obsolete. We provide our customers with a complete refurbishment of their drive systems, which we are also doing on third brands. These presses, since like nearly 2 decades, they provide a huge stream of data. And so we say these presses were IoT ready well before the expression was invented. And it's absolutely true, and it's a big treasure we are having. We can collect the data, all the data is labeled, which is bringing us very much up front many of the other special machinery builders. And with that, we can use the modern technologies, machine learning, neural networks, and all those things, and not because of itself, because it gives the customers a very good clue. And it could also help the customers to operate their presses with less qualified people, because it's difficult these days to get qualified people. Absolutely. So we have 3 pillars of our future. Number 1 is the new machine business coming together with the CPO business. If you look at that market, we have more than 3,185 active presses across the globe. So all these presses are operated, and there is a refurbishment, a replacement demand. We are building like between 10 and 20 presses a year here in our hall. So the demand which is coming out of the installed base, even if it might shrink, is overwhelming. And there is one more good thing: those customers who have a clear future strategy will always need our equipment, because especially for heat set, there is not a relevant wide web competitor to us. And well, I forgot the aftermarket piece, which is the other big piece, because this whole installed base, all those customers, if they decide to print forever or just for a few more years, all of them can benefit from our support. And this is also increasingly big market, which we are growing. For the environmental part of it, the carbon footprint is a big driver for our customers. Many of them are certified in that area, they hold certificates, and they need any support they could get. So some of them really walk away from gas dryers, using EB, using UV curing, which we all support in the different areas. And of course, with our digital solutions, we will also enable our customers to clearly say, their customers, how much carbon footprint, how big the carbon footprint of a specific production was. We are coming from 2 angles. Number 1, we're having a highly automated equipment. And you wouldn't believe, like standard things in a web offset press which we deliver, a web rig-up system, is being requested by gravure and flexo OEMs, asking us to equip their equipment with web rig-up systems. So the innovation and automation in our system is a strong thing that counts for those customers who say, I want to buy a new press. But the other way is also very interesting, because if a third brand or competitor equipment goes old, like 20 years, many of the OEMs are not too thrilled by supporting that equipment anymore. And this is where we come in. We can help those customers. We touched flexo presses, we touched gravure presses, we touched third brand offset presses. We completely refurbished them, did a new automation. We improved the performance of some of the equipment, like a big facility exhausting 120 metric tons of packaging a day. We increased the output by 4 percentage points with a simple intervention. And this, of course, is a good entry into customers, even though exactly that customer did not operate any equipment from us up till now. Not any. There is a huge potential for new customers. You know, we know exactly our interactions with those customers operating our presses, and we are of course in constant activity. But I think you're more referring to those who are not yet operating our equipment, and I think I gave you an example how we walk in like before. You know, some of these customers operating presses where no OEM exists anymore, or the OEM is not too willing to support it anymore. And this is exactly a good way for us to grow. Not to try to sell immediately a new press, but really support the customer. You know, our philosophy is there is a lot of change in the printing industry. Everybody knows that. But we want to make sure that our customers benefit from our solutions and the interaction with us as a supplier so much that they win the race. That's all the strategy.